The second question, that's 5.30 from again the descriptor 16 or the learning outcome 16, is this. So I've already placed it. You can pause the video, read the question. So it says, you push your couch a distance of 4 meters across the living room floor with a horizontal force of 200 newtons. So here a small sketch would help you to understand the question. So it is pushed through a distance of 4 meters and the applied force is 200 newton. The force of friction. So the friction force, we all know it's going to act in the opposite direction. So you have the frictional force acting opposite, and that's 150 newton. So what's the work done by you? Work done by you, work done by the friction force, work done by gravity, and work done by the net force. So there are 4 sections to this. So if you take this as part A, this is part B, part C, and part D. So you need to calculate 4 work done by each of these forces that's acting on the couch. So let's see it step by step. So for part A, let's identify. So for work done, we need force times delta R cosine theta. So you need to know the force, the displacement, and the angle between force and distance, right? So in the first case, work done by you. So the applied force is 400, 4 meters is in the same direction. So in this case, theta is 0 degrees because the force and the distance are parallel to each other, correct? Displacement is also in this direction, force is also in this direction. So all you have to do is multiply 200 and check the units. This is Newton, this is meter. So all are in standard units. You don't have to do any conversion. So times 4 times cosine 0, again this is 1, so it is 800 joules. So positive 800 joules is the answer for part A. Now for part B, it's due to the 150 Newton force, right? And again, this 150 Newton force is acting on the object through the 4 meter displacement. So the displacement is still the same, 4 meters, but you have the 150 Newton acting in the opposite direction. So you have to be careful about the angle between them or the direction of the force as well. So if you're confident, you can straight away write this as negative times 4 or times cosine. Here the angle is 180 degrees. Remember why? Because force and displacement are in the opposite directions. So the angle between them is 180, right? So you will get negative 600 joules. So the applied force by you on the couch is positive 800 and the work done by the friction is in the opposite direction and it is negative 600. Now, work done by gravity. So the couch is moving in the horizontal direction, it says, right? See the horizontal force. So gravity is acting vertically down, force of gravity. We don't have any displacement. The displacement in this direction is 0. So R is 0 in this case. No movement vertically. So for part C, work done will be 0 joules. Straight away you can write it. Reason, the displacement is 0. Right? Hope that's clear. And the last part, by the net force D. So what's the net force acting on the object here? F net will be equal to, the forward force is 200, opposing force is 50. So you should be having 200 negative 150 gives you 50 Newton. So that's your net force. So net force times, so W by the net force will be, the work done by the net force is equal to force times the displacement. Now it's in the positive direction. This net force is in the positive direction, right? It's plus. So both angle is also 0 degrees here. Cosine 0 is, if you wish to write, you can write that as well. Cosine 0. So this gives you 1. So that's equal to 200 joules. So those are the answers for all the 4 sections. So you have 800 joules, you have negative 600 joules and 0 joules here and 200 joules. So these type of questions, what you need to understand is, while substituting, you have to check for the magnitude of the force, whether it's in the correct unit, and the displacement. It has to be in meters. If they give you in centimeters, please convert it to meters. And cosine theta, the theta between, angle between the force and the displacement. Yeah, if you know these 3 factors, you have to substitute it and get the answer.